Hello students, welcome to the 13th video lecture of electrostats. In this video lecture we will study work done on an electric dipole in uniform electric field. So if the electric dipole is placed in external uniform electric field, how much work will be done on the dipole, that we are going to observe and we are going to obtain the expression. Also we will discuss the cases for the work done. So let's start. When an electric dipole is placed in a uniform electric field, it experiences torque, which we have already observed in the last video lecture, and tends to align in such a way to attain stable equilibrium. Okay. So when torque is exerted on the dipole, when it is placed in external uniform electric field, then dipole tends to align in such a way to attain stable equilibrium. Is dipole tends to become parallel to the electric field, so that it can attain the stable equilibrium. So let's understand it with the diagram. So let us have a dipole, external uniform electric field. Suppose it is at angle theta 1, force is QE, same magnitude because same magnitude of charges are there, and electric field is also uniform everywhere, here, everywhere. Now suppose if we rotate the dipole in this direction with angle d theta, so definitely work will be done, and this angle theta 1 will change to theta 2, right? So we are going to rotate that. You understand this particular figure very properly, that we are going to rotate the dipole with an angle d theta. So work will be done in this rotational motion. This new alignment becomes theta 2, old alignment was theta 1. Now, so how much work will be done in the rotational motion? dW is equal to tau d theta. This particular formula we have already studied in class 11, chapter number 7, system of particle and rotational motion. Okay. So rotating with a small angle d theta, small work will be done, that is dW is equal to tau d theta. That is equal to P sin theta d theta. Why? Because the value of tau, or expression for tau is, torque is P sin theta, right? So therefore W, it means if you integrate both the sides, so we'll get P sin theta d theta, integration from theta 1 to theta 2, because we are rotating the dipole from angle theta 1 to the angle theta 2, right? So after integration and putting the upper limit and lower limit according to the definite integrals concept, W is equal to P, integration of sin theta becomes cos theta, and putting the upper and lower limit, we can write P cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. Integration of sin theta is, you remember, minus cos theta, so that's why here theta 1 first and theta 2 second, in second term, right? If potential energy is arbitrarily taken 0 when dipole is at 90 degree, suppose at first position the dipole is at 90 degree, so theta 1 will be equal to 90. Then P is rotating with dipole and inclining it at an angle theta is potential energy minus P cos theta. Why? Because if we are rotating it from theta 1 90 degree to theta 2 is equal to theta, so put here theta 1 90 degree, cos 90 is 0, and theta 2 is equal to theta, it becomes cos theta. So this becomes 0 and this becomes cos theta. So ultimately the W will be equal to, or U is equal to, minus P cos theta. As much work will be done, that much potential energy will be stored. That's why W can be also written as U, potential energy. Note, potential energy can be taken 0 arbitrarily at any position of the dipole. Okay. Let us discuss the cases. Case first, if theta is equal to 0 degree, then U is equal to minus P, potential energy is equal to minus P. Why? Put in this expression theta is equal to 0, cos 0 1, so that's why minus P. This is called as a stable equilibrium condition. Okay. When dipole is parallel to the electric field, when P and E are in the same direction. Case number 2, if theta is equal to 90 degree, then u is equal to 0, cos 90 is 0, so u will be equal to 0. This is called as the second condition. Now third condition is what? If theta is equal to 180 degree, then u is equal to minus p, because cos 180 is equal to minus 1, so this will become u is equal to plus p. So it is called as unstable equilibrium. So these are three different equilibriums, or three different cases for the dipole when it is being rotated in external uniform electric field. So this is the derivation for work done on an electric dipole in uniform electric field, along with the cases which arise in the derivation, because in the final expression for potential energy the term theta is there, so ultimately the cases will arise, and we have discussed. Clear? Now one part of chapter number 1 is completed, that is electrostatic force, electric field, dipole, and torque acting on dipole, and work done on electric dipole in uniform external electric field. Right? Now from the next video lecture, I am ending the video here only, because this chapter is going to turn up into an all new concept, that is electric flux, and application of electric flux in a very important topic that is called as Gauss law. So from these topics, the chapter number 1 of electrostats takes a new turn. So I am finishing of this video here only. So this new turn will start with the new video session. Till that time, you have to revise all the things which we have studied till now in this chapter. Make your notes properly, update your notes daily, revise the things daily, and keep on studying. Thank you so much.